Actually, what I thought was that Americans are so narcissistic. They're such navel gazers. They only live in their own little world. It was just astounding to me that in 2008, somebody had to go through the ABCs of what racial relations are like in this country that people still don't know. I mean, people wouldn't know what goes on in a black church. They could be preaching jihad every week and nobody would know about it. I mean, we learn this every time there's a racial episode in this country, be it OJ or the Gina situation. Every time people are absolutely shocked at what's going on, because obviously there really isn't a lot of dialogue between the two races. Yes, they work together now.
How about Bill O'Reilly being surprised
Yes.
that people at a restaurant use knives and forks and spoons, and they
Right,
and he was so amazed that up in Harlem that they actually use utensils. I'm sorry, some things are beyond imagination for some people, that things they say.
He thought it was going to be dinner time at the... Chris, would you let me get my joke out? You asked me a question. He thought it was going to be dinner time at the Apollo. He was just going to have dinner, stay for a little of the dog fighting, and then leave.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think there's a... Let me get the tough political question. What is the disconnect between Barack Obama and working-class regular guys, the guy you call... I don't even like phrases like that. Joe Sixpack, Joe Bag of Donuts. The regular guy out there makes a little less than maybe the national average, who's working every day 40, 50 hours a week, hard work, tired, comes home at night, doesn't want to hear about affirmative action, doesn't want to hear about racial change or developments on that front. How's it... He's not connecting with that guy, apparently.
Well, you know, I can sort of understand why that is, and I think we all have sympathy for people who are struggling basically economically. I thought it was great that Barack Obama in the speech made the point that you're not being kept down by the immigrants or the black guy. That's not who is your problem. Your problem is the corporation, the greedy corporation, and those people who put politicians in office who do the bidding of those corporations, who rapaciously plunder the workers' pensions, who take their jobs overseas and so forth. That's the real problem. I mean, that's that book, What's the Matter with Kansas? That the lower middle class people keep voting against their economic interest. They keep voting for people who want to repeal the estate tax and want to just shovel more money into the richest pockets of the richest 1% in America. That's the challenge for a politician like Obama, or really any Democrat, is to convince those people who their real problem is. And their real problem is that corporations have taken over America.
Well, great. It's great to have you on, Bill. You're a thoughtful guy. I agree with almost everything you say. But John McCain's going to be tricky, though, for the Democrats, because he's a war hero. And although you list that list of attack on the Republican policies, if you're a regular person, how it hurts you economically, suppose they go into that voting booth in November and they don't choose between their economic interests and the richer guy's economic interests. They choose the war hero, the guy they identify with, personally.
Well, that's very possible. You know, we're one terrorist attack away from John McCain, I'm sure, rising in the polls by 10 points because people think, oh yeah, he's tougher. Of course, he's not tougher about the war. He's dumber about the war. He's dumb about the war because he thinks that by keeping troops in the heart of the Muslim world, that's going to help the war on terror. That's exactly what started the war on terror. That's why bin Laden was so angry at the U.S., is because we had troops in Saudi Arabia. And we pulled them out after 9/11, by the way. Of course, then we go right back in and plant them in the heart of the Muslim world and build Pizza Huts. That's why young Muslim men want to come here and blow themselves up and kill us. And until we solve that mental problem, we're never going to win this war on terror. It's not about what happens in Iraq. We need to get out of Iraq, not build bases there.